So many of you loved the field notes video I did earlier this year that I wanted to talk about 3 more ways that I'm using pocket notebooks or field notes notebooks. And recently I've been experimenting with giving just one job to one notebook, as previously I would just use a notebook and kind of throw whatever in it. So let's just get right into it. First up, this little King Goods notebook. I've been using this as sort of like my Latin learning commonplace book. I've been teaching myself Latin for probably the better part of the last 7 years. I was in Mexico City with my aunt and we were speaking Spanish, and all of a sudden we switched to pure Latin, and that made me realize that I could speak Latin and I could read Latin, I could learn Latin, I could become more versed in Latin and be able to like actually do something with that. So over the last few years, I've read Cicero's Tusculan Disputations, I've read the Vulgate, I'm gonna be reading the Aeneid by Virgil in its like original Latin, and I've been using just this little book to write down phrases or words, things that I pick up as I expose myself to more Latin stuff, and then I do my own translation into the English. So some pages are just like me copying word for word the Latin in its raw format and then translating it myself into English. Sometimes it's just like phrases and like my commentary on them all on one page. But this is a great way to learn any language, whether you're trying to learn Spanish or German or French, any language really. Like if you have a dedicated little notebook where you're having some of those conversations with yourself in writing, it's just gonna help commit those things to your brain a little bit more, and I've found has been very helpful in developing my Latin learnings. So the second notebook that I've been using is a Field Notes Expedition. It's like a Write in the Rain kind of style notebook, and I've been using this notebook to write down gratitudes and like encouragement. So if I'm thankful for something and I want to be grateful for something, I will put that down in the notebook. And if it's a thing, it'll usually stop there, but if it's something or someone helping me with something, I'll usually try to write that down as an encouragement and then share that with that person, either via text message or give someone a call. Sometimes people just pop into your head and you're like, I need to call this person or encourage someone. Who do I want to encourage right now in this video? Shout out to my friend Bartek, the Polish YouTuber. Yeah, he's a friend. Love that guy. If you haven't followed him, subscribe to him. I'll leave his channel linked down below. Hi, Bartek. And I don't really treat this like a note card system. I really try to treat this like a log. So I'll just write down the date, a name, and then, or a thing, and then like what it is that I'm grateful for or thankful for, or someone I would want to encourage and why I feel like I need to encourage them. It's been really cool to just reach out to friends that I hadn't talked to in months because they're deep in a PhD program or starting a new business or just had a kid, but I'll still just like write a little encouragement to them, not expecting anything in return, and yet seeing the stuff that has come back to me, like invitations to events and opportunities for work, and just, it's just generally good vibes, good feeling to give good vibes. If you give good vibes, you get good vibes usually. So that's that's my encouragement journal. Before we move on to the last notebook, I just want to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. And if you haven't yet, go make it right, make it happen, like this video, and leave a comment down below if you already are doing some journaling, and what are some of your favorite tasks to give your pocket notebooks. With that, here's the final one. The way that I like to use this particular notebook, I think this is the Birch Field Notes notebook. I'm using this as like a health tracker, like a dedicated health tracker where I track 3 things: fitness, food, and how I feel or feeling. So I'll start every day by dating a page and ask myself, how do I feel? I'll try to give 1 or 2 sentences, not think about it too much. And then I use this to log my workouts. I have to do physical therapy still for my leg. Shout out to anyone who's been around since before my leg injury, now over 2 years ago, but I had a massive injury to my left leg. I had to relearn how to walk. I'm doing much better now. I can hike. I've done several hikes now around the 5-mile range, around 1,500 feet of elevation change, but I still need to do that PT in order to keep this leg going. I'm also trying to do my age in push-ups every single morning as well. So that's 30-some push-ups every single morning. I usually feel great if I do that and terrible if I don't. And then if I do a workout, a hike, or if I'm just out chopping wood, I will log that here as well. And then I'll usually log what did I eat, what did I have to drink, especially like, did I have a cup of coffee this morning? Yes. Did I have an energy drink this afternoon? Yes. Did I have enough water? Yes, thankfully. And other stuff that I had for my meals. Usually I find that just these 3 things are connected, like my food, my fitness, and like how I feel. And if I'm just jotting them down every single day, I can just go back to that page and be like, hey, what did I do that I didn't feel good from yesterday? Or do I feel great today? And what did I check everything off the list? Having all that in one notebook rather than trying to like keep all that tracked in like a bigger bullet journal, which I've tried in the past, or like an app on my phone, just having it dedicated in a single pocket notebook has made for a very delightful experience, I guess. I don't know, I just keep this on my desk, and it's just nice to check in with myself as I go throughout my day with this little tool here that doesn't have any push notifications, doesn't have, anything else to do with me except for helping me feel good, eat right, and put the right fitness plan into action. So that said, those are my 3 pocket notebooks that I have been using for the last month or so now. Giving one job to each notebook and experimenting with how that feels. So far it feels great. It felt a little wasteful at first and still kind of does, but you can usually pick up even like a Field Notes notebook for like less than $5. There's probably stuff on Amazon that's even cheaper. I know there's like Moleskine has their stuff. And then if you buy like cases and covers, like I know Lockbee, who I made a video about in the past, like they'll ship you a notebook with your notebook cover, which is kind of nice. But the life improvement with just using one of these notebooks, even if it's $5 or whatever, ends up being better than not using it. So please leave down in the comments below what kind of pocket notebook you use and how you use it or what you use it for. It's always cool to see in the comments how you guys use your tools. And if you took anything away from this video, also let us know down in the comments below. If you have yet to subscribe to this channel, please do so. And to everyone else who has, thank you so much. Be kind both in life and in the comments below, and like this video to send good vibes across the internet. We'll do it again soon. Later.